Hello, everyone. My name is Chrissy. I am one of the co-founders of Quicksilver. I have a lot of great information to share with you. I'm so glad you were able to join me. I'm going to give it just a moment for some others to come on. I know we had a lot of people sign up for this. This is one of the more popular of the trainings that I do for Quicksilver. If you are new to Quicksilver, welcome. We're so happy to have you a part of the Quicksilver family. If you are thinking about joining and have not joined Quicksilver yet as a member, whether that is as a wealth ambassador or as a preferred customer, I encourage you to do so, and hopefully by the end of this training, you will know a little bit more about metals and be ready to get started. So I see a lot of people coming on. If you want, go ahead and say hello. I would love to say hello back. If you are unfamiliar with this format, there is a little, looks like a thought bubble, probably with a question mark in it. At least it is on my screen. If you click on that, you can actually send me a message. No one else will see the message, just me. But go ahead, say hello. I would love to say hello back to you. Stephen, hello. Mark. Nick, hello. Sam. Amelia, hello. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Like I had mentioned, if you do have any questions that you have that I don't address, go ahead and type those, even if you don't know whether or not I'm going to address it or not. Go ahead and type those into the comment section. I will see them, and I'll make sure that I cover them through what I already have planned to cover. And if it's something that is not in what I have planned to cover, I'll try to circle back to that to get that question answered for you. So you can write your questions. Like I said, if you didn't hear it before, if you just got on, there is a, it looks like a little thought bubble, has a question mark in it. If you click on that, you can type a question in and I will see it. I am the only one that will see the question. So don't be afraid to ask. Don't be embarrassed. There is no stupid questions. I've heard it all, trust me. All right, so let's get into this. So many of our members and customers are new to silver and gold. So if you are one of them, you're in good company. You're not alone. Quicksilver is actually designed for those who are new to the industry. It was designed primarily by myself and Keith, the other co-founder, because we saw a need in the silver and gold industry to help educate people on the value of silver and gold, and to give people a way to affordably acquire and accumulate their own silver and or gold nest egg. So that is why we have silver and gold options that fit every budget. So if you want 1 ounce silver shipped to your door every month, we have as little as or as much of that as you want. If you want 10th ounce silver, so maybe that's all that you have that you can set aside to start putting away silver for yourself. So 10th ounce silver options, we have that we will ship to your door every month. If you are someone who is a gold bug, someone who loves gold, we have 1 gram gold as one of the options. We have 100th ounce gold. So we have that. We will mail it to your house every month. Imagine it showing up, silver and gold showing up in your mailbox every month. That would make you happy. That'd make me happy. So you've come to the right place if that's something that sounds appealing to you. If you are not currently a member of Quicksilver, after this training, get back with the person who invited you here and ask them for the link to get automatic deliveries of silver and gold shipped to you every month. We make it effortless. And if you don't know who referred you to tonight's training, just reply to the email that you received with the link to the training, and we will make sure you are connected to the right place. All right, let's get started with the basics here. So you've probably heard the terms silver, rounds, bars, or coins, but you may not know what the difference between these things are. I'm going to start with coins. So a coin is a piece of precious metal that is monetarily backed by a government. All right. It must have the denomination of the issuing country minted on the metal. For example, these are coins. Here you can see the American silver eagle, the Australian kangaroo, the Canadian maple leaf, Great Britain Britannia, and the Austrian Philharmonic. These are just some of the coins that are out there. There are countless numbers of different coins out there, but these are some of the more common ones that you see. So when you look at the American Silver Eagle coin, you can see that it says the name of the issuing country and the denomination. That makes it a coin. So United States of America, $1. All right. Now you may be thinking, wait, if this coin is only worth $1, why does it cost well over $50 for this coin? And if you're thinking that, you're not alone. Here is why there is a cost difference. Way, way back in time, silver and gold coins had a denomination minted onto them because that was actually what the coin was worth. So back in the 1960s, for example, 1 ounce of silver was actually worth around $1. Then we were officially taken off the gold standard in 1971, and 1 ounce of silver has never been worth just $1 cents. However, the design of the coin, which the denomination minted onto the coin is a part of the design, hasn't changed for the most part. I say for the most part because in 2021, for the first time ever, the eagle side of the coin design changed to the one you see here. It was a split year. The first half of the year was the old design, and the second half of the year was the new design. So for that year only, there was a Type 1 and a Type 2 Silver Eagle minted. And collectors went bananas. So that $1 denomination minted onto the coin for all intents and purposes is nothing more than a design. The value of the silver is worth way more than just $1. All right. So next up, we have that Australian kangaroo coin. Here you can see the country is minted onto it as well. The denomination that Australia has minted onto the coin here. You can see that $1 under the Queen. Same with the Canadian maple leaf here. Let's see, and the Britannia. I want to show you a few more examples of coins. Despite some of their shapes, these are all coins. So Grenada, for example, this is one of many countries that do not have their own mints. There is a mint right here in the USA that mints coins for Grenada, as well as the other 7 Eastern Caribbean island nations. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is the governing body that monetarily backs the coinage minted for each of the 8 tiny island nations. Here you see the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank minted on the coin and the denomination right there. So Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. You can see the purity and everything, and $2 right there, the denomination. All right. As a side note, many people have asked us why the Queen, now King, is on so many of the coins that are minted. The answer is because the country is still under a form of British rule. The King of England is still their head of state. That's why so many coins have the king or queen minted onto them. The monarchy is head of state for 14 countries in total. So if you don't like looking at the king or queen, simply turn the coin over. There are 2 sides. We do get that question a lot, though. So, all right. Next up, we have a unique coin from, let's see, Niue. This one's the one. This one's Canadian coin. Like you can see here, not all Canadian minted coins are maple leafs. They do have other designs as well. This one right here is, like I said, a unique coin from Niue. There you see the seal of Niue and the denomination. Not all coins are boring. I personally don't think any precious metal coin is boring, but to each their own. Speaking of not boring, this is another coin of Australia. This rectangular shaped piece of silver is also a coin. Not all coins are round. That is not what makes a coin a coin. Speaking of not all coins being round, here is one. This Batman-shaped coin is minted for the island nation of Samoa. It is hard to see, so I went ahead and blew that up for you larger. But you can see the words Samoa right there, and the denomination is right there as well. So another very cool shaped coin. Like I said, not all coins are round. Let's see here. What do I have up next? So like I was saying, a coin is a coin. To be called a coin, it needs to be backed by a government, and it must have the denomination of the issuing country minted on the metal, whether it's silver or gold or whatever. A round is a circular piece of precious metal that is not a coin. A bar is a rectangular piece of precious metal that is not a coin. So simple. It's either a coin or it's not. If it is not, it is just a piece of metal that usually has the purity and weight minted onto it. But if you're not going to see any denomination on it if it is not a coin. So if it's not a coin and it's round, it's a round. If it's not a coin and it's rectangular shaped, it's a bar. One question that we hear often from people who are new to the precious metals industry is, why does a coin cost more than spot, or how is a coin's cost determined? Well, a coin's cost is determined by 2 things, spot and production cost. Sometimes you will hear a dealer say that they will sell you a coin for X dollars over spot. That is known as the premium. Any cost above spot that a company charges you is the premium for that coin, and the premium cost includes production costs. So what is spot? Spot is the perceived value of any precious metal in a moment in time for what investors believe a specific quantity of raw metal in a paper contract is worth. Okay, so futures contracts traded by investors is what moves and sets the spot value. Just like any commodity traded on the stock exchange, there are a lot of factors that move the price up and down, but that is what it is based on. Spot is the base cost of the metal that is in the coin, round, or bar, and it does fluctuate based on the market. So production cost is, just as it sounds, to make anything out of precious metals. The metals have to be melted and undergo a very involved 12-step minting process. Each step in the manufacturing process adds cost. Each step requires extremely powerful and costly equipment and labor costs. This is why precious metals like silver and gold cost more than just spot. There are rare occasions where you can buy precious metals at spot. There are some companies out there that will sell you a certificate of ownership of a specific weight of silver at a cost that is close to spot at the time of purchase. They store that silver for you and you can call it due usually once you reach a certain number of ounces, but when you do that, they then charge you all kinds of added costs that they require to ship the metal to you, and that's even if they actually have the metal on hand. There have been so many horror stories of people requesting metals that they were told were being stored for them and the company not being able to fulfill the order for whatever the reason was. That is why we always say if you don't hold it, you don't own it. If you are holding a piece of paper or an email, a receipt in some cases, saying you have metals stored in a vault somewhere, then all you own is an IOU. That's the only thing you have until you actually have the physical metals on hand. There are some occasions where other precious metals dealers will offer you silver at spot price, but it's usually only for 1 ounce, and that's designed to get you in the door to buy other things. Or it is a very limited supply of old inventory that they acquired when the spot price of silver was way lower, but deals like that get scooped up pretty quickly. So that's how you can, if someone had asked about that. Another question that you may have, what does 0.999 and 0.9999 mean? So that's 39 and 49 fine is what that stands for. So that is how pure the metal is. So it's 99.9% or 99.99% pure. That's what that stands for. For example, sterling silver is 92.5% pure. That is why on your sterling silver jewelry, you see that 0.925 stamped on it. So that's what that stands for. When you are buying silver or gold, always look for 39 fine and up. Here are a few coins that you can see the purity minted on the coins right there. All right, one term that you see often in the silver and gold industry is BU. So what does it mean? BU stands for brilliant uncirculated. It is a term used to describe the condition of the coin. Here are some other terms that are used. MS means mint state. You see that on a lot of graded coins, for example, MS70. That means that the coin is in the exact same condition as it was when it left the mint. Mint state 70 is the highest grade that a coin can receive. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, and the highest number is 70. So those are perfect, flawless coins. AU means almost uncirculated. Business strike means that it was a coin that was minted for use in circulation. It was minted for the use of conducting business and commerce. It's your quarters, nickels, dimes. Jimbu means that the coin has never been touched by a human hand. Only machines have touched that coin during production. All right. Here are some examples of mint state 70, or an example of mint state 70 Morgan dollar and an almost uncirculated Morgan dollar. You can see right there on these labels, mint state 70 and AU for almost uncirculated. Also, as a side note, if you are purchasing graded coins, make sure that they were graded by either NGC or PCGS. These coins right here were graded by NGC. You can see that right there. Their initials are there on the label. These coins also actually have a NGC holographic seal on the other side. NGC and PCGS are the two leading third-party grading and certification services in the world. We usually deal mostly with NGC just because they are like 15 minutes down the road from us here in Sarasota, but those are definitely the two grading services that you want to look for. All right. Another term that you may not be familiar with is proof. Proof is a type of strike that gives you a coin, gives your coin a certain appearance. Here are some examples. Proof coins have mirror-like backgrounds and frosted imagery, as you can see here. This background is very mirrored. In some occasions, it kind of appears black, and the design itself is frosted. Another example is a reverse proof, and that's exactly how it sounds. It's the opposite of proof. So like I said, proof is a mirror-like background. With reverse proof, it has that frosted background, and the design itself is that mirror-like finish. All right, I'm going to show you a comparison. This is what a bullion, a BU issue looks like. So very uniform strike, the background and the design are all looking the same there. That's comparing them to those other two types right there for contrast. So there are many descriptive terms for coins. There are deep proof like ultra cameo, which is like the most shiny mirror-like appearance you can get. There's specimen strike, which is typically popular among collectors. I could go on for probably an hour on strike terminology alone, but I'm not going to. So let's see. The next question we have here is, you may be wondering, is it better to acquire graded or ungraded coins? Honestly, it's a matter of personal preference. I acquire both, but I usually keep my graded coin collection very targeted. I will explain in a moment. So graded versus ungraded. Graded coins give you greater potential for increased value per coin, but that is based on the opinion of the market and number of coins that high quality in circulation. Okay. Ungraded coins, their value is primarily based on the metal content alone, which is more fact-based, and you can get way more ounces for your money. Okay, so bottom line is, if you are new to acquiring silver and gold, my recommendation is to buy ungraded silver and gold coins and bullion. The ungraded silver and gold, as long as they're genuine, remember to look for the 3.9 fine and up, and only deal with reputable precious metal dealers that have been doing business for years. I say dealers that have been doing business for years because if a company is not selling quality products, then they will not be in business for long. Bad news spreads fast. That will put a company out of business until they reopen as some other company and start the process all over again. So definitely be sure you are dealing with a great company. Even if you do decide to purchase something from somewhere else, just be smart about it. We deal with the mints directly or their authorized proxies or other dealers in a closed loop network. That way we can be 100% certain that what we are offering you is 100% genuine. So anyways, I got a little bit off point there. If you, like I was saying, if you are new to acquiring silver and gold, my recommendation is to buy ungraded silver and gold coins and bullion because those are valued based on the metal content and not speculation as to what a collector in the future may want or how many of these coins will be graded perfect 70s, and of them, how many people over time will keep the coins that grade of that condition and so on. But if you do decide to collect graded coins, here are my personal guidelines for the type of graded coins I acquire. Rule 1, look for coins that are graded 69 or 70. 70 is preferred. Rule 2, NGC and PCGS are the two world's most leading experts on grading and certification. So look for those certified coins. Rule 3, look for limited mintage coins. The lower the mintage, the better. The American Silver Eagles, for example, are minted by the millions. No joke. Here is a chart. This particular chart only goes through 2017, but it gives you an idea of the total American Silver Eagles out there that are minted each year. So unless it's a first day of issue or early release certified American Silver Eagle, or even a proof Silver Eagle or burnished ones, because those are minted at a lot lower, they have a lot lower mintage. I would not waste, my money on buying, just your standard MS70 Silver Eagles. Personal opinion. So this particular coin that I'm showing you right here had a limited mintage of only 2,500. That means that of all the people on this planet, at max, only 2,500 people can ever have one of these. That makes it rare. That makes it worth collecting. And my fourth rule is look for something that's unique, something that is first of its kind. I have two examples of what I am talking about when I say that. So this coin here is the first ever enhanced proof American Silver Eagle released. Before 2019, this type of coin did not exist. I was ecstatic to get one of these as soon as they came out. If it doesn't make you happy, it's not worth it, kind of thing. I'm not joking. I was really excited. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to that type of thing. But here is another one that I was super excited to get. The first ever domed proof coin from the Australian Mint. This was the first in a 3-release Southern Sky collection. And I made sure to get the entire set. These photos are actually not of my actual coins. My actual coins are in a safe and I'm not near it right now. But this is what I mean when I say unique and first of their kind releases. These type of coins are more expensive. They are truly collectibles. It's like art. Their value is subjective. So if you are looking to get more metals for your money and you want something, I would say that its value is based on fact. It's not speculative. Ungraded is the way to go. Your goal should be to acquire as much silver and gold as you can comfortably afford. The best way to do it is on AutoShip. Figure out what you can affordably set aside for your silver or gold savings nest egg and set it up once, and it will automatically come to you each month. No one has ever said, I wish I didn't have all this silver and gold lying around. I see a question here. The question is, good question. The question is, how do I set up an AutoShip? First, you will want to get back with the person who introduced you to this webinar. They have a link that they can share with you, and they can help you set it up and answer any questions you may have. But if you don't know who referred you, just email support@quicksilver.me. Again, that is support@quicksilver.me. And we can help get you set up and find who referred you. All right, okay. Let's see here. I've been checking questions throughout this training. I know I answered some of them during this training, and right now all I'm seeing come through in the comment or some comments. Just scanning through these really quick. I love reading all these positive comments. Thank you, everyone. All right. All right, if I did miss your question, I don't think I did, but if I did miss your question, I will email you personally to answer it. I get a report of all the messages, and I will look through them tomorrow and respond if I did miss it. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you, everyone. I hope you learned something new. I'm going to let you go. Until next time, have a wonderful week. Bye.